All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the mind of YouTuber Nicholas Alexander Benson. We actually got our hands on his personal logs from a single day, August 26th, 2025, and we're going to see exactly how his ideas go from a dream to a finished creation. So, this right here, this quote, is everything. It's the key that unlocks his entire creative universe. Honestly, if you want to understand what makes this guy tick, it all starts with this one simple idea.
Okay, Section 1, Meet the Creator. So, who is Nicholas Alexander Benson? Well, beyond his day job, he's this incredibly prolific creator whose life is this fascinating mix of super strict routine and just boundless wild imagination. It's a pretty wild combo.
And just look at this daily creative grind. He's got his dream journal, a dreamcast, a dream tune, even a dream comic and anime. Then there's this big comic series, The Great Thinning, plus a daily highlight comic. You can see how they're all connected, right? They're all part of this one big creative engine. An engine that gets started, by the way, when most of us are still fast asleep.
The dream engine, from sleep paralysis to story prompt. Okay, so picture this. It's 4:30 in the morning. His creative day doesn't kick off at a computer with a coffee. Nope, it starts the second he wakes up, inside his own mind, as he logs what he just dreamt about.
Yeah, it all starts with a dream. And for Nicholas, that dream journal isn't just, a diary. It's more like a mine. It's where he digs up the raw materials, the characters, the crazy scenes, the emotions that he's going to shape and polish into actual content throughout the day.
And check this out. These aren't just passive dreams he's having. He's actively going into them, inducing lucidity through sleep paralysis. He's basically directing the action, turning his dreams into the next episode of this huge ongoing saga he's been building in his head for months. It's incredible.
And the characters that pop up? Like this one, the Ruby Wielder, a flying, faceless Ruby guy with a glowing trident? He doesn't just forget about them. No way. He treats them like they're main characters in a blockbuster novel. He is literally building an entire lore, a whole canon, around these figures from his own subconscious. Okay, next up, crafting digital worlds. This, for me, is where it gets really, really cool. We're going to trace one single detail from one dream and just watch how it transforms and splits off into multiple, completely different pieces of content.
So, it all starts right here, 4:30 a.m. The idea is captured in his journal, super raw, totally unfiltered. My UFO tries to remove Ruby Wielder's symbiote with a tractor beam. This is ground zero. This is the source code for what comes next. Okay, so step 2. That raw idea gets fed into his podcast, the Dreamcast, where his AI creative partner helps him analyze it. All of a sudden, the tractor beam isn't just a tractor beam. It's now a tool of purification. He's adding these deep, symbolic layers to the story.
And then, this is the final step in the transformation. That same idea gets distilled into a catchy lyric for his daily song, the Dream Tune. You see that journey? It goes from a raw dream note to a deep analysis and finally into a piece of art, into a song. Absolutely brilliant.
So, you might be asking yourself, does all this disciplined, multi-platform stuff actually work? Well, the numbers kind of speak for themselves. On this same day, the latest issue of his other huge project, the comic The Great Thinning, got over 360 views right after it was released. That tells you his audience is definitely invested in these worlds he's building.
All right, let's get into the AI partnership. Now, we know a huge part of his process involves AI. And, let's be honest, that can be a pretty controversial topic. It's definitely sparked some debate in his community. So, let's take a look at how he handles that criticism.
And here is a perfect example. A YouTube comment pops up, and you've probably seen ones just like it. Someone calls him out, saying his work shows no real creativity just because he uses AI. It's a classic challenge that a lot of digital artists are dealing with right now. But his response is really, really thoughtful. He basically says, look, I wrote the story, I came up with the idea. He makes it clear that the AI is just the medium. It's a tool, like a camera or a paintbrush. It still needs his creativity, his prompts, and his editing to make anything at all. He's saying, hey, don't hate on the tool, look at what's being built with it.
And this is the best part. It actually worked. The person replied and said, well, you do have a point. Maybe I was too harsh to judge.
See, he didn't delete the comment, he didn't get into a big argument, he just explained his process, and he turned a potential confrontation into a real conversation.
So, let's wrap this day up. A day's highlights. Defining a successful day. After all of that, the dreaming, the creating, engaging with the community, what does Nicholas himself consider the most important achievements? Let's look at his own list. His own summary really reveals what matters to him. It's a mix of creative breakthroughs, like beating his dream nemesis, the Ruby Wielder, tangible output, like publishing a new comic and already having ideas for the next one, giving back to charity. And I love this last one, just having fun experimenting with new tools. It's about the joy of the process. This whole day really leads to this one big question, doesn't it? In the age of AI, what defines a creator? Well, looking at a day in the life of Nicholas Alexander Benson, it suggests an answer. Maybe it's not about the tools you use, maybe it's about the vision, the discipline, and the unique story that only you can tell.